Google loves AMP. You should love AMP. You want to get more mobile views? AMP is going to save your day. So maybe you're wondering, what is all this AMP stuff? Why should you care? Well, basically, AMP is Google's way, or it's actually an organized way of getting mobile data faster to users, because mobile, of course, is often slower and people don't wait so long on their mobile devices. So AMP, which is accelerated mobile pages, present your pages in a simplified way so that people can get to them faster on mobile devices and consume more of your content, which is what we really want, right? So how can we add that on WordPress? That's a good question, Ashley. Let's dive in and take a look. Welcome to the Mad Lemmings secret lair dashboard of WordPress. Basically here we're inside my WordPress installation and I'm going to show you the plugins that I have installed to get AMP working on WordPress. It's relatively straightforward. There can be some bugs. Annoying, I know. But if you just want to give it a try and see if it works without many problems, there's only a couple of things you really need to do. The first one is install the AMP for WordPress plugin, which I have on the top here. And then the other one, which I've recently switched to, is also called AMP. So really confusing. And that is a secondary one, which helps you tune your AMP so that it looks more like your website. Because the problem is the raw installation of AMP is very, very basic. So your pages will lose a lot of their styles, colors, the look and feel. So if you don't add this extra plugin, you can't tune how things look. You can't add social media icons. You can't add a logo to the top. You can't tune the menu, all of these kind of things, which are really cool in the second plugin. So let's take a look at those two. You want to jump into your plugins page and then click add new plugins, of course. What else would you do in the plugins page? And then you type in the top here, AMP. Pretty simple. And the two that you want to install are AMP for WP. Just the second one there is AMP. So the second one is from Automatic, which is the owners of WordPress. Yay for them. And the other one is the secondary one, which helps us tune our WordPress a bit sexier. Yay for sexy. So you want to install and activate both of those plugins, and you will end up with an extra version of all of your posts with the word AMP on the end. So if we take a look at a recent post that I have on Mad Lemmings, if you type in the word AMP or AMP on the end of any post that you have, you will now see the AMP version of the post, which will appear on Google mobile views when Google decides that they want to show it. They may give it priority at the top and you may get more views on mobile, which is really cool. So if I deactivate this plugin here, the AMP for WP, you'll see what a difference it can make to your installation. So if I deactivate that one and then reload this page, we lose the logo, we lose the menu. I've got two versions of my picture showing because I've manually installed one on my post. Normally you won't have that problem, that's just my problem. And it's something I tuned in the AMP settings. You also get a very, very rudimentary view here of how things will look. And it's quite hard to tune a lot of this stuff. So you don't get social media buttons, you don't get related posts, all of this stuff. And actually, to be honest, even some of the settings here haven't been deleted, they must be cached. I actually get problems with my lists and some of my buttons and all of this stuff, which I've tried to fix in the AMP plugin. So if I reactivate that plugin, you can now see that I'm able to tune my posts. I have my logo on the top. I have my own menu which comes in on the side, which is a specific menu in WordPress. I only have one picture up here. I now have a bunch of other things looking a lot better in my post. At the bottom, I also have related posts and social media share buttons and a few other things which I've cleaned up in here. So basically you want to get that second plugin. You don't have to, but it tunes everything for you in WordPress. So the first one you just install. The second one will go to the settings. And this is where you can tune a bunch of stuff. For example, you can add your logo. As you can see, I've uploaded mine there. You want to keep it relatively small because actually they can only display 190 by 36. They will resize it for you. You can even resize it here if you want, but I've chosen to keep it small. You can also turn on AMP for pages or not, so you can leave it just for posts. You can also tune your home page. You want to include your analytics ID, otherwise these won't be showing up in analytics, which is important to see if this is helping your SEO. For the design, you can do a bunch of stuff in here which I didn't test. I actually tuned my stuff with CSS. So if you're a really hardcore nerdy coder, then you can do CSS. I had to do this to fix some bugs in mine. You don't have to do it, but obviously it makes your site look a lot better. The other really cool one that you'll probably want to do is turn on an AMP menu, and then you can click on the link and go to your WordPress menus and set up a specific AMP menu on the bottom here, just like you would any other WordPress menu. Because my menus were a mess when I turned this on, so I made my own menu, which was more or less a copy of my normal menu with contact, about, blog, etc. So you might want to do that. So just check what's in your menu when you do that. And there's a bunch of other stuff you can do in here. If you're using ads, you can tune the size of your ads. You can decide what buttons appear in the social share and whether your Twitter handle is shown. There's some structured data stuff, which I haven't investigated all of this stuff. I'll leave that up to you kids at home to play with, but basically there's a ton of settings in here for AMP. So what does this all mean for you kids at home? Basically, they're going to start giving priority to AMP pages on Google because they're faster. They're giving people a better user experience. Mobile is going insane. So if you're not focusing on mobile, which is what this actually is, then you're losing opportunities for appearances in search, you're losing traffic, and you're going to get behind your competition. So I recommend you install AMP right now and get it going and give it a try and see if it works for you. If it's not working or it's causing problems, then turn it off, but at least give it a try right now. And if you want to subscribe down below, I will be creating more cool SEO and WordPress videos for you guys at home to improve your search results, get more viewers, get more visits, get more people to your awesome website, and get ranked higher on Google. See you soon.